Interesting, and tonight I want to pick it up from where I left off last Thursday. I submitted that no amount of tweeting or press conferences by our lawmakers can reduce the cost of fuel. Of course, that remains true. And this week, on Tuesday and Wednesday, the two chambers of parliament woke up from their deep slumber and began dealing with the elephant in the room, their role in the fuel price hikes and what they ought to do if they really meant what they were saying on Twitter. A heated debate in the National Assembly as lawmakers received a petition from Anthony Manyara and John Wangai seeking the parliamentarians' intervention in lowering the tax regime that accounts for nearly 50% of the pump prices. It is worth remembering that members of the 12th Parliament in September 2018 approved the 8% VAT on petroleum products after a fiery session. So the current fuel prices is a direct consequence of their legislative duty that day. A solution to the fuel prices crisis lies with the same members of parliament, but it will take more than a petition or a motion or heavy talk on the floor of the House. Changing the law enacted in 2018 simply requires an amendment and a subsequent assent by President Uhuru Kenyatta, and the pain at the pump will be significantly reduced. But here is the catch: walking the talk. The lawmakers only know too well that bills to amend the existing acts of parliament can be introduced in two ways: private members' bills or government-sponsored. In this case, I challenge any of the tough-talking and heavy-tweeting legislators to draft an amendment bill to the act enacted in 2018 and propose a slashing of the taxation on petroleum products. Talking about the prices, bashing the executive for the fuel cost or demanding answers from the energy and petroleum cabinet secretaries is the easy part. The MPs know only too well that nothing will come out of the rants. Equate the House proceedings this week to a therapy session. I would even call them painkillers, more like wailing with the bereaved. Very little will come out of the petitions or the motions. The lawmakers know where the solution lies. Let them deal and put their mouth where the money is. No amount of backpassing or blame shifting will change history. The elephant in the room, in my opinion, is the real state of our economy. The reality is that the government is struggling to fund its daily operations. Every coin that can be netted by the Kenya Revenue Authority is eagerly awaited by the National Treasury to fund the day-to-day government operations or finance the ongoing projects, not forgetting servicing of the loans procured by the Jubilee administrations since 2013, again with the full backing of members of parliament. The lawmakers know the truth. It will be an uphill task passing an amendment to the laws enacted in 2018 that have resulted in higher fuel prices. They know it. Unfortunately, none has the courage to tell us that. None wants to be the bearer of bad news, obviously for fear of reprisal from the citizenry. So they would rather give us palliative care, hoping that somehow a solution will come or that Kenyans will get used to the situation, accept it, and move on. So for hypocrisy, I give the lawmakers a grade A. For effort, it's a weak C. For action, I still give them a deserved E. But hey, who knows? Some MP may surprise us next week with an amendment bill, but I'm not holding my breath for it. Maybe more therapy sessions may be on the way. What do you think? That's my punchline.